back to the Freak Show. Bumpy Big Squigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of SpellForce 3. I want to apologize, folks. I know it's been a few days since I got to play this. I had a bunch of stuff I had to do. Windows 10 upgrade from Windows 7. I actually did this episode already, but I didn't like the way it came out. I've run into, I don't know if I want to say a small problem. Oh, for some reason it's not doing it now. But essentially, I was incapable of separating my heroes. I don't know if there's been a patch update that allows you to do this. But basically they were all stuck together and I could not get them to separate. So I had clicked to a certain point and my two ranged guys were stuck in the same position as my melee guys. And when I would select one hero, they were all stuck together. I don't know if there was a setting that I did or what the case was. But I done screwed something up. I also don't like the fact that if you hold the middle mouse button, you pan. To me, that's weird, and I like I said, I don't particularly like it. However, if you hit Control and you pan, or you hit Control and use the middle mouse button, it lets you rotate, and that's what I like. I also increased the rotation speed, so it might not be so bad. In fact, I can do a bit more, and I feel it's kind of important to show you guys. I don't normally do this, but there's a lot of different controls and things in here, a lot of stuff that you can add and change. So, like I said, I was looking here, and pan the camera by doing this. I feel like the panning feels backwards, maybe? I'm not sure, because normally you like grab and you pull this way, and the camera, like the whole screen moves in that direction, right? So you shoot toward the top right. So you click here and you drag, and you basically get this part of the screen moving down to this side of the screen. Here, I feel like if you click and drag, you actually move the whole camera the opposite way. So it's, I don't know, it just feels backwards. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm going to do, the thing that I want to do that will fix my big issue here, is that the camera rotation speed needs to be increased. So I'm going to increase that to 3x, or 3.0, 3.01 I guess. I know that's going to drive a lot of people crazy. These buttons don't, or this slider on the left and right doesn't seem to work. But that might even just save, yeah, that's going to cause me to, yeah, I don't need to use the middle mouse button anymore. Before it was so slow, it was absurd. Anyway, so we came in here, and I think that's right where we stopped, is we just walked in, and that was that.
Yes.
I'm not entirely certain. See, I still want to do some fine-tuning with that. It's fine. Anyhow, I'm not entirely certain why, but
what is it?
It did seem to all be grouped up as one.
I'm ready. Orders?
That's so weird. Yeah, anyway, it doesn't seem to be an issue anymore, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now we're going to move over here. We're going to basically explore this whole area and get this done. So, again, I apologize. I know it's a little bit of a lengthier intro, and for that I am sorry. And showing options and stuff on the screen. It's not always the best thing to do. You don't really want to do that too often, but I feel like there's a lot of options, and some of them may have driven a few folks crazy or made them a little bit insane. So again, I'm not absolutely hating it. Oh, also, there's one other option I want to show you guys. I'm sorry after all that. This was pretty cool. It's under General. No, is it User Interface? Yeah, it's under User Interface. The click and fight, the thing where you basically go and I think you right click and stuff like that. This only applies in single player mode. How it moves everything into slow motion. You can get rid of that if you don't like it. It would just be normal. So if you do not like that slow-mo, that is a thing that you do not need to use. You can just go to normal and just do it that way. There's also pause, so there's actually a tactical pause, sort of. You can actually look at what's going on, so only while you're held with right click you can see how the battle's playing out, and then continue on. I'm going to leave it on the slow-mo. I like that. I think it's pretty cool. But that's just another option that was pretty neat that I found while digging through the options. So, there you go.
Blazes, did you hear that?
Must be the troubles you mentioned, Carpal.
Whatever it is, it plays into our hands. They won't hear us coming.
So...
Charge!
It's alt. It's alt click. I'm sorry. I was saying right click. Like I said, it's been a few days. I've been really busy doing 100 million other things, and I feel like all my sounds are just a bit too loud. So you have to bear with me for the next few days of me adjusting things to see if I can get the sound where it's supposed to be, or if it's right now and it just sounds louder. Not only did I upgrade to Windows 10, which I did do, but I also went and I plugged my headset into and changed all the computer sounds going through my actual sound card, as opposed to the USB sound card that I had, which came with one of my headsets. So it is different. It does sound different. So just something to be aware of. I do like the fact that you can restore. I want to get more folks up
For
here.
the queen!
Like, one of our dudes just wasn't doing anything. Yeah, see, I can move this guy individually. I couldn't do that before. I was having a really, really big issue. And I spent probably 3 to 5 minutes trying to figure out how to split my guys. And it was just not working. So, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to redo the episode. Even if I can't figure out how to get them to do what I want them to do, it's not going to be a big issue. I'm just not going to harp on it like I did last time. So, if you're wondering, again, why there was a big delay between the last episode and this one, that's why. Anyway, enough about that. Let's continue with our looting.
Right.
Ah, good stuff. I think we find some pretty decent loot throughout here, too. I did clear out the whole area last time. I'll do it again. There's a few things I'd still like to see updated. But overall, I think they've done a fantastic job of giving us enough options. There's something red in front of me. There it is. They give us enough options to really play it the way we want to play it.
Onwards.
So I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, gonna go ahead and Whirlwind Strike. I also believe that we level up at some point. I'm gonna Shield Bash this fool. Knock him on his butt. Gonna drop him. You can't handle the truth. Well, maybe you can handle the truth. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's go ahead and loot this bag over here. Alright, there's an Orb of Healing. I'm not even sure what that means. It sounds cool, though. Also, there's some treasure loot over here. Apparently, we came up when we... Oh, we actually came up this side. We didn't come up the other way. I think there's a few things that we can now equip. So I am actually going to go check out our inventory once we get back up here and see precisely what it is that we can equip. I really, 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 really like this game, guys and gals. It is quite cool. It's quite cool. So we're not going to equip anything with him. He's got a long sword and a short sword. And they're both going to be pretty epic at... Well, it says it's locked as well. Gwen's got a staff. She could equip a better staff if we found one, but eh. And then our boy over here, he's got our tower shield, which is awesome, and a long sword. We have a ritual dagger. That's a two-handed sword. It's a one-handed weapon. It's a raven's beak. Not even sure what that is. It looks like kind of like a warhammer. And it does do more damage. It looks like it's more of a strength-based weapon than a dexterity-based one. Maybe we'll swap that in there. Yeah, it's a hammer. There's also the ability to have a lance, which is pretty cool. I want to see what that looks like. Oh, that's so cool looking. I love the customizable stuff in this too, by the way, guys and gals. I don't know if I've said that before, but I really do love games that allow you to customize and your characters change based on what it looks like. It's such a cool thing that they've added into games. And while it's not like game breaking that it doesn't have that, like a specific game might not have it or something, it really does kind of, I don't know, set the really, really good games apart from the slightly less than really, really good games. I know I'm being a little non-committal with calling stuff bad or what have you, but
right away.
Like I said, it's not game breaking. It doesn't like, oh, well, this game sucks because it doesn't have it. I don't ever feel that way. Oh boy, howdy. Oh, you're stuck. Hold on.
Take them down.
I have to do stuff a little bit different than how I wanted to. Oh, that hurt.
Just give up.
All right. I missed the heal.
Oh, this will be fun.
All right, go ahead and shield bash him, knock him on his butt, finish him off, and then turn and kill these guys. Get our boys to back up. And keep in mind, folks, that we can definitely zoom out too. We don't have to stay super close. All are healed, except she didn't heal herself, but she'll heal over time.
Yes. Orders?
All right, some more loot to be had here. A treasure of EO. Go ahead and gather that, and there's a glistening mace that's going to replace the hammer that we just picked up, I believe. I feel like I could even turn the spin time up a little bit more. Like the rotation speed. It's not bad. Maybe I shouldn't do that because it would be too quick. Maybe make you guys throw up or something, but I feel like I could turn it up even a bit more if need be. Alright, let's get our crew over here. And once they're there, we're going to go back into our inventory. We're going to bring it to good old Anselm, and we're going to use the 8.96 weapon that also deals additional white damage, which is interesting. I believe Bertrand is here. He is using a composite bow. We may have a better one. We do. This is a 5.0 Elven short bow. What's the range? Does it show range? It's got more crit chance. It does more attacks per second. It's pretty much better all around. So yeah, we'll swap that bad boy out, and there we go. All right, onward. We can do an attack move. Oh, am I only moving him? My bad.
Pray tell.
Attack move is it control
Commander.
right click?
Charge!
That's what it is. I've been playing They Are Billions and a few other games, guys and gals, so when you play a lot of games that are
As you
similar in some ways, it
The voices are getting
rough.
louder. They must be further down the caves.
For the crown!
Oh,
What was that?
okay, so we found some bad stuff going on here.
Intruders! Open the portal now and kill the rest! For the crown!
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and Deadeye this guy. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and throw a heal up on our peeps.
Yes?
It's going to be okay. I just have to remember who has what skill. That's my big thing. And I immediately, every time I go into combat, I immediately try tactically pausing. Little known fact, doesn't work, folks. I wouldn't recommend trying it yourselves, because, again, not going to work. You're going to be a little bit sad with the outcome. Alright, let them attack. I'm going to try to Deadeye this fool. And down he goes. Oh, didn't kill him. Definitely hurt him, though. I do like the variety, too. A lot of games wouldn't put you in control of just a few heroes to run around and do a whole bunch of stuff. I really like the fact that this game does. I wish the minimap was just a bit brighter. Like, I understand the shadows of, or the fog of war, and it has to be shadowy because it's kind of like a dark thing and everything else. But I feel like it's just a little bit too hard to see the detail. Maybe I'm just getting old. My eyesight's not so good anymore. But I feel like there could be a bit more detail there.
Charge!
What? That's all?
There it is. Alright, let's see if we can Deadeye that guy. Do that. I'm going to keep you focused on him.
Take them down!
Huh?
In fact, I believe our gal pal
this
here
will be
can also
fun.
shoot some fire at him. There we go.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. We're doing well. We're clearing out stuff. I have much better control over my characters. Oh, it was so frustrating. Like I said, I don't know what it was that was causing the issues, but there was most assuredly an issue. And it was not great. Alright, let's go back to our party management here. They have the Mirror of Darkness. Looks like it gives us some death resistance. Well, since you're kind of our tank, I guess you're going to get that, buddy. And we're going to give you a hat, too. There you go. Don't you just look adorable. Or a helm. It's a helm, it's not a hat. I know. I know it's a helm, thank you.
Ah!
Alright, it looks like we have
For
a
the
few
crown!
more terrible, awful, bad things that we're going to have to deal with here.
For the queen!
I'm also going to say that we're going to have to attack you with a lot of hatred and pain. We go for the shield slam, knocking you on your butt, taking this guy down, and
Charge!
putting you down. The AoE heal, we go with the whirlwind. And then I suppose we'll taunt you. Oh man, that hurt. I think this is the guy that was wrecking our whole team because of his AoE attack.
Commander.
But in the end, we were victorious, and that's all that truly matters. Actually, I think I lost our spellcaster chick a few times. She was just getting wrecked by people, and it was really frustrating. I'm like,
take a look.
I can't control. Fine. Spacebar will allow you to do auto-looting of all things, which is nice. Alright, is there anything else lingering? We can go into the circle. Pebbles and stones rise from the ground, swirl through the air, and dissolve. Some kind of protective magic, probably cast by Tahar's mages. It looks like we've more or less gathered up all of our forces, and we're looking relatively solid at this point. Just need to go ahead and throw one final heal here. Spin around, and there is one more treasure over this way.
Yes. All right.
For the queen!
Sure.
Someone there. Let's go ahead and loot that. And it looks like we're going to have ourselves some good stuffs. So we're going to go into our inventory once more. The glowing staff of ambient magic. That sounds pretty useful. I feel like that's something I can get behind. 10 DPS versus her 10.71 DPS. Well, I guess we're not going to swap it. But we could, technically. I'm not going to. You're looking awesome with your glowing, shiny, shimmery little mace there, my friend. We have healing orbs. Heals all allies in a target area. Is that even up here? I feel like it's not. Can we add that to our hotkey bar somehow? Is that a thing we can even do? Like, how does this work? Oh, it's like that. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's pretty neat. Alright, we're fine. We're good. Alright, let us cross this bridge. This bridge, eh? I don't believe there's anything over there.
Commander.
Yes.
Alright, we have all of our troops now selected.
Take them down!
Get
I
ready.
believe we can probably come down here. I don't think there's anything left for us to do down here, but just in case there's something that we missed.
Ah!
For the Queen!
I feel like there is. I feel like we haven't been here yet. Which makes me now wonder if we've been everywhere else that we should have probably been up in that direction. Okay, so that's up over there. Sorry guys and gals, I'm just trying to get my bearings here.
Oh, this will be fun.
I guess maybe we've been over here. Yeah, I suppose we have. I'm probably just slightly backward. It's fine.
For the Queen!
Alright, well, let's get to where we need to go.
Get ready.
I believe we've discovered everything that we can on, like I said, the map is so small, it's hard to see. Oh, that's cool, notification history, I like that.
Oh shit. What the heck is that?
Doesn't matter. Just kill it.
Alright, we're gonna go and we're gonna kill this thing.
Take them down!
Now once we knock it down, go ahead and do that. We're gonna use an impaling shot, knock it down again. And it's going to be really easy for us to kill it. It's not really gonna attack us more than maybe once.
Inside, now!
There we go. Yes, what is next? Alright, a bunch of people are up in arms.
Stop him!
Uh-oh, Gwen's running up. Oh, dang.
This is just the beginning.
No! Anselm!
That's not cool.
Anselm!
Sir?
Get a healer in here to take care of your sister.
She's dead, sir.
And get a mage. Maybe he can track where that portal led. We...
Huh.
General?
What?
I think this one is still alive.
Wonderful. A treacherous traitor. Remove that sack. I believe explanations are in order.
Okay.
8 years have passed. After you attempted to betray your father, Isamo Tahar,
Oh.
he tried to set an example by executing you and the other conspirators in front of his followers. General Noria saved you and took you under his wing. Despite the Mage Wars being over, disquieting developments are taking place, backed by the common folk. A cult called the Purity of Light has risen to power and is orchestrating a witch hunt of mages.
So apparently this is 8 years later, as you see, 8 years have passed. We are apparently the son of Isamo Tahar, the guy who just ran away, who caused all that ruckus. Oh, we get to create a character. Well, that's interesting. Alright, we'll go with that. Well, let's see what all the options are. Normally I would go with like maybe that dude, or maybe that guy. I'm gonna go with the second guy. Alright, we have super beefy buff man, we have beefy not as buff man, and we have scrawny man. I think we're gonna go with this. We're gonna be beefy but not super buff. We have a few different heads. How many heads are there? 8 heads total. I'm not gonna spend a bunch of time on this. Yeah, we'll do that. Do that. Hair color. It's fine. Skin color. Is that like, it's like super albino white? Sure, we'll go with that. Okay, and it looks like there are different classes, apparently. And the different stats do different things. So strength determines the damage you inflict with strength-based weapons and increases your block chance. Oh, let's see here. With 1 strength, you can only use the most basic melee weapons. With 3 strength, you can use simpler weapons and most crossbows, as well as most melee weapons. With dexterity as a primary requirement, strength 4, you can use most one-handed strength weapons. You can use most two-handed strength weapons. Now, you know I'm always drawn to the two-handed, giant frontline, murder everybody's face type guy. I'm going to try to get out of that. I've been trying to diversify lately anyhow. I played a paladin in Sword Coast Legends lately. I don't know how much of this character is going to matter, because I think it's part of like a greater whole of heroes that we're going to be playing as. But still, I'm going to try to change it up a little bit. So I don't know what the Keeper is versus the others. It looks like it shows us a little bit down here with the different specializations. Let's continue on. Intelligence determines the damage you can inflict with intelligence-based weapons and also increases your focus and regeneration. Constitution is total hit points, physical resistance, and heavier armor. Will-based weapons, abilities, total amount of focus points, and increases your innate magical resistances. Of course, dexterity is your dexterity-based weapons and your critical hit chance. Melee weapons and crossbows, and weapons and bows. Let's see here. One-handed strength and two-handed strength. Let's go with Constitution. Super heavy armor and shields, and then willpower. Basic magic robes. What are most magic robes? Doesn't really have. Oh, wands. Okay, wands are the willpower weapons. Okay, so it looks like a Keeper has brutality and discipline, defensive abilities that revolve around improving your survivability and tanking while stunning and impairing your enemies. Brutality unlocks offensive abilities that revolve around damage, close combat, and white magic. Do we get any indication as to what a battle mage or any of these people are? Nope. Brutality. Elementalism unlocks magical abilities that deal heavy elemental damage in large areas. They allow you to weaken enemies, summon creatures, and deal heavy damage over time. Swashbuckler is archery. I don't usually go ranged. I'm probably going to do swashbuckler here. I almost called it swashbucklery, which is weird. It looks like we have a touch of elemental magic, some white magic we can use, and archery is going to be the main thing. So it looks like we'll be able to get dexterity and such. There's a soldier who is all martial talents, so murder stuff, defend, and shoot. Mage is all mage, white, black magic, and elemental magic. The Inquisitor is punch, defend, and black magic. The Keeper is punch, defend, and white magic. So the Inquisitor would be, let's see, kind of like maybe like a blackguard or something, or like a shadow warrior, something along those lines. The Keeper would be more along the lines of like a paladin, it seems. The battle mage, pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the swashbuckler. I think that's gonna be what we do. And we could even change up our ability trees if we wanted to, which is interesting. Oh, and check that out. I forgot we actually get different stuff like that. That's cool. That's pretty neat. How do I get rid of that, though? Let's get the button again. There we go. Alright, well, we could be called Ulrich Tahir. Maybe, yeah, I'll leave the default name in there. We'll be called Ulrich Tahir. I am gonna change back to make sure I have the default swashbuckler. That's what I'm gonna do. Looks like we have an additional attribute point. And if we go to spend it, it turns us into a custom hero. That's weird. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it on swashbuckler with the extra attribute point. I guess we'll be able to use it later. Alright, so Ulrich is it. Ulrich Tahir. Let's begin our journey.
Nortander, the cradle of human civilization. We know war. It has been at our side for millennia, coming and going with the indifference of the tides. Our most recent sprouted from rebellion. For reasons unknown, a mage by the name of Isamo Tahar gathered the noble houses behind him in an attempt to overthrow the crown. His magic brought mayhem. Arcane fires burnt towns to ashes. Abominations ravaged the battlefields. Men and women were torn apart with the snap of a finger. Only a sacrifice by our queen achieved what none had thought possible. An end to the slaughter. The Mage War was over. The crown had won, and a ban on magic was enacted. Now the people once more believe that their suffering has come to an end. They hope. They dream. But the tides don't change.
Well, that's disturbing and creepy, but okay. Okay. The beginning of a journey.
The barracks. Memories float through their halls like fireflies in a misty swamp. While some of them are pleasant, most of them are not. Save for your friend Bertrand, your comrades shunned you, and your promotion into the ranks of the Wolf Guard did not make things any better. Can you blame them? After all, you are the child of Isamo Tahar, the man they have spent the past 8 years fighting.
Yeah.
Hey, Tahar, wake up! What in blazes is wrong with you?
Where am I? Bertrand? Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to break out the episode right here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and in the next episode, we'll continue with our adventure. It will be more frequent this time around, guys and gals. I promised you guys several times a week. I was thinking around 3 to 4, and like I said, stuff just got in the way, and it caused me some grief, some problems, some issues. But overall, things are better off than they were before, and I'm looking forward to continuing on with this series. Hopefully you guys are too. Go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed your time this time around. If you didn't, I'm sorry. I'll do better next time. Either way, that's it for now. I'll see you next time with more SpellForce 3. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.